Hey guys, I'm back. I am returned. Sorry about the audio for the last video. I wear headphones. They had a microphone, but I was moving around a lot and like messing with the microphone that I wasn't even thinking about. It was rubbing against my shirt and stuff. So no headphones. Just talking to the phone. Uh, I just want to get this out of the way. I'm gonna be talking about JC again. Um, and I might just talk about all my family members 'cause I don't even know. I guess I like talking. I want to show all the charges because like it's a pain to like editing because I have to put it in. I have to save it. That would take like 2 to 7 hours. I don't even know. And then I put in another one, and that one will probably never save. So I don't know. I'll just figure out how to show it at the beginning. And yeah, I know I was talking about them last time, but like that was around like the charges and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's still sinking in. Like, wow. I mean, I thought the getting mad at me when Grandma was set the house on fire was like, wow, they really don't care about what I have to say. But no, they just really don't care about me. I can't believe that. Even if she didn't see the specific charges, like I'm sure, like it would tell you he has this many charges, and like the only one that wouldn't have shown up is the 2019 one. Well, whenever she checked, I don't know when she checked, but he's got like 42 right now. So like, eh, still, even one charge or two would be enough for me. But yeah, that's wow. Anyway, um, I've just been remembering stuff, and I just wanted to talk about it. This video is gonna be kind of long. I'll try and get through it. I have like these notes. I got a lot of notes. So sorry if it's weird, but I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Hope y'all are doing well. I kind of miss talking to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. So here I am back again, talking. Um, okay, so like, when I found these. I don't know, I got on my mom's computer one day, and I found these documents, and she was like talking about them. And she was like, came over, and we spent 2 hours with her. Um, and that was like when I was 5, I believe. Um, I have some pictures. I don't know if I'll show them because it's a pain, but maybe I will. I don't know. I have some pictures with that bitch. I think I was 5 the first time I saw him. I don't know. I remember he gave me a spinning top and I really liked it. I think I broke it. It was like plastic. It was big and I cracked it. And we had a pool and sand. And he gave me this scooter. It was blue and yellow. Don't know where that went. Too big for it now. Um, that was cool. I mean, I didn't really think of him as my dad. I didn't really understand. Well, I mean, I guess I knew what a dad was, but like, I just thought it was just one of mom's friends or some stranger. I don't know. Cause like I know that mom doesn't like guys, so like I knew she wasn't. I thought you could just have kids whenever you wanted to. Like you just wanted to one day and prove you have kids, and yeah, that's not how it works. Uh, anyway, my next memory, I think we were playing like tennis. I don't know. Mom's just dying to get this criminal to spend time with her little daughter. Okay. We were at the elementary school playing tennis. I had this tennis racket and we were just playing. Mom just punching the air, man. Damn it, this criminal only spent 2 hours with my daughter. I wish he would spend more time with her. Put her in danger or some fucking shit. I don't know. Anyway, he mentioned that later on. He was like, "Don't look at your mom like that," and you just got so upset when she told you not to drag the tennis racket on the ground. And, whatever. I mean, it must have been like 5. I don't know. I'm just a little fucking kid. Chill. Next memory I have, like Fort Washington. It's like this battle. No, it's just a fight. I probably should know, but like I don't know, some war happened there or whatever. But we went there. I remember he picked me up over this like ditch, and he was swinging me around. He was like, "I'm gonna drop you." He was like swinging me around and letting me go. I'm like, "Please don't drop me." And he put me down eventually. But like, yikes. I also remember we were like at this subway. I ran across the road for some reason. I don't know. He was there, but he wasn't there. I think we had the subway at Fort Washington. I really don't know. Hmm. My brain just trying to forget everything about him, and now I'm just like remembering everything for the fucking video. Hey, I tried. I tried. um, I remember like knowing his leg was like hurt. I don't know. I just thought he was mom's friend or something. This dude with a hurt leg that mom was just dying me to spend time with. Okay. Um, and more recent stuff. 2016. I'm gonna talk about this year a lot, just in general, cause like that's when I met Levi, and blah 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 blah. I know it's just a really fucking shitty year. Also, I didn't put this in my notes, but I just remembered he used to like go through my school stuff and any drawings he would like throw it away. And I remember one time he just went through my fucking backpack and just ripped the shit up, even if it was homework, and just threw it away. And I took what I could. And one time I had like this stuffed animal I had made. I was gonna give it to somebody, but I don't know. Yeah, that made him mad. He was just going through my book bag and shit. And it was showing up at school. I think one time I had missed the bus or what? Bus. It's a bus or something? I don't know. I was staying over at school. And then, as luck would have it, no one ever told me, but he came to talk to my teachers. And I had ended up going home with him. And then, I don't know. I just really wish I hadn't missed the bus. I don't know if he wanted me to stay back. I don't remember, but... And they were like, "Hey, how are you going through?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just stress." And then he got mad at me for that. He was like, "What stress?" And I was all mad, but anyway. So I'm 11, going to the library every day because my mom worked right beside it. Um, and he just came in one day, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm taking you to North Carolina for like a week." Yeah. Wow, okay. And when he left, I just started crying because, like, what the fuck, man? I barely know this dude, and he's just gonna take me to some random state for a fucking week. Like, I had never been, like, away from home before. Uh, but anyway, I remember the librarian coming up and asking me if he was bothering me, and, like, I couldn't just say yes because, well, I was just like, "No, it's fine." Man, I kind of wish I said yes. I don't know what that would do. Probably get me in more trouble. Anyway, time comes. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck, mom? And she acting like she has no choice in the matter. Like she didn't call him up and like arrange this. What the fuck? And so the time comes, and I'm go to North Carolina. Like I said, it was his girlfriend's sister and brother and him were drinking and smoking, and mom hates smokers. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a thing before I even had to spend time with him. But I'm like, what the fuck, man? The drinking and driving was bad enough. And they're like, hey, we're waiting for you. Come on now. And they're just drinking. Okay. And he acts like this super nice dude, but then the facade just cracked. We were in the store, and he was like, what cereal do you want? And I think I said, I just want to go home. And he was like, you're never going home. This is your home. Now what fucking cereal do you want? And I'm like, geez, okay. And then he just snapped back to normal. And the whole concept of like getting whatever you want was new to me. Like, my family is cheap. We don't just do that. We don't just get whatever you want. So I'm like, what do you mean? And that was just a shock to me. And I'm sure he's just like, this fucking bitch, just choose something. Like, he thought he was doing me a favor or whatever the fuck. But, yeah. I remember then we were at this, like, hotel and they had a pool and that was nice. Oh, that was cool. And, yeah. We came back home for a while. And, yeah, then we, like, continue to be, like, up in my fucking life. Even though he had nothing to do with it before. Yeah, I don't really remember much. I think when I first came to the house, he had me take a DNA test. I don't even know why the fuck I went over there. As I was being quote unquote disrespectful. And they just fucking sent me off to this fucking criminal. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, I also remember he would always like threaten to kill people. I wouldn't be surprised if he killed somebody. And they're just so eager to send me off to live with him. I don't have to deal with this bitch anymore. Like, for fuck's sake. He had me take a DNA test to quote unquote see if we were twins. I'm like, come on, man. I know what a fucking DNA test. I know I'm like 11, but I know what a DNA test is or whatever the fuck. You don't have to like sugarcoat it or whatever the fuck. And like, he constantly insulted mom. Bro, I remember one time he was like saying, don't have kids if you're not ready to have kids. I'm like, you raped her. Yeah. What? How are you gonna... What fucking logic? Bro, I don't understand that. And he'd say shit like that and then be like, oh no, I'm not trying to talk bad about you. The mother of my child. Like, what? He was saying a weird way like that. Just say my fucking mom. That's my mom. Oh, I'm not trying to talk bad about the mother of my child. Like, okay. Like 10 seconds ago, you were like, remember, he was like, oh, I didn't know she didn't sleep around like that. Wow, you're actually my child. Like, what? Okay. Anyway, I remember one time, I think it was when I first got there. I don't know what the fuck I had said, but he just pushed me up against the fridge and he was just yelling at me. I think he was asking if I had an attitude, and I'm just like, no. Kind of calmly, actually. I think that pissed him off even more. Just like, no. No. And this thing, like, when you talk even, like, kind of loud, oh, I have an attitude. And this is why I talk so fucking quiet now. And now all mom can complain about is how quiet I am. Speak up! Speak up! When I speak up, I have an attitude. Like, that just scarred me or something. Him fucking yelling at me for talking too loud. And I don't know what's too loud. I don't know what's too quiet. So I just rather talk quiet and not get... Well, I mean, I get yelled at either way, but I rather talk quiet. Heaven forbid you think I have an attitude. Anyway. Yeah, and his girlfriend was like, JC, come on now. He's like, shut up, stay out of this, sort of the fuck. And he was just starting to hit me and shit. You know, he would never really do it. He even got me to fucking bring him his belt, and he just didn't end up hitting me. Like, what a fucking coward. I mean, I'm kind of glad he didn't hit me, but what a fucking coward. But I know he's not a coward. He probably didn't want any more charges. Uh, Not that he was like being too careful, but maybe he's trying to lay low. Yeah, he would constantly threaten to hit me and take me to the police for some fucking reason. There was even this one time. Oh fuck. Okay, okay. Before I get to that, okay. So like I'm a little kid, and people would take advantage of me. I didn't know any better, and I admit I used to like do some shit because like I thought other people would like it, and people would ask me to do stuff, and I just do it, and yeah, that was weird. But he was convinced that I had like a sex addiction at fucking 11. Sex addiction. Bro, he came. He was like, "We need to talk about this sex addiction," because he found some fucking blood in the bed. Like he doesn't fucking know how a period works. He was like, "You have that like once a year or some shit." And like sometimes my period would happen, and like I didn't know it was gonna happen because it's like all over the fucking place. And yeah, I had some fucking blood in the bed, and I don't know. But yeah, even one time, gave me some fucking carrots, and he was like, "Yola, that's his girlfriend's name. Make sure you watch her and make sure she eats all those carrots." And I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" And anyway, he also tried to convince me that my uncle had raped me. Um, he was like, "Oh, you must not like him for a reason," and he just kept asking me and asking me, and I'm like, "No, nothing fucking happened." I'm like, is he projecting? Because that incest minor charge. Is he projecting? Bro, I mean, is he though? He's like, well, I speak from experience. I raped my niece. So I can kind of understand what you're coming, bro. Bro, he loves to fucking tell on himself. I'm thinking back now, bro. That would be minor. Well, it could be any age, really. Um, I, I feel like he raped his niece, whoever that would be. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, he was like asking me these questions, and he was like, "I'm gonna take you to police to get in, and they're gonna interrogate you." I'm like, "What the fuck? I don't like him because he hit me for fun and all this shit." Um, wow, and I'm just like, "What the fuck, man?" Um, yeah, wow. Anyway, one time we were outside working on this roof for this fucking thing, and he wanted me to stand on the back of the truck and like reach for this wood and hold this wood plank up or whatever the fuck. And I mean, I think anybody would hesitate for like a split fucking second. I mean, I'm kind of scared of heights. He was like, if there was a sandwich up there, you get it. Constant fat jokes. One time we were at McDonald's at the drive-thru, and he's like, "What do you want?" And like again, I'm not used to like getting whatever I want. We just get the cheap stuff. It's not like we're really poor. I guess mom's job. I mean, she got a new job and it's kind of better. But like, you know, I'm just like, wow, whatever I want. And I'm just looking, and he's like, "Come on, man. I know you memorized the menu. You go here all the time." I'm like, "What?" Bro, he fucking fatter than me. What the fuck? I mean, I can't even see his toes. At least I can see my toes. Well, I could at the time, at least. I don't know. Let's not get into specifics. I'm sure he's fatter than me. Let's just say that. And just constant bro. It's like everybody. Like, what do they think that's going to do? They just make it. Every time they make a fat joke, I lose 100 pounds. Like, I don't know what they think they're really doing like that. I really thought they were doing something. But, yeah, back to that time I was on the back of the truck. And he was just saying this shit. He called me a fucking walking pig, I think. a worthless motherfucker, miserable motherfucker, all this shit. And then go back to normal. Oh, also, he had the. Okay, so his girlfriend had a dog named Zoe, and then he got a new dog named Lucky, which was the name of my dog that had died. And I wasn't even there to see it. Well, I mean, not that I want to watch my dogs die, but like, both of my dogs died in like 2016. Bro, it's like I missed everything staying over that bitch's place. My dogs died, and I just found out from phone, but I'm a cat person, so it's whatever. But like, or I come back and I'm like, wow, the priest died? I actually like the priest. Father Tom? Oh, he died? Neighbor died? Wow, everybody's fucking dying. Everything's fucking changed. Wow. Jeez. But, what was I even talking about? I just forget sometimes. Oh, right, he had these dogs. And he had the newer dog named Lucky, and I feel like he would, like, fucking kick the dog and shit. I feel bad for that dog. He was gonna let me have it, but they didn't want another dog, and I understand because it's so fucking playful and probably killed the cats. I'm kind of scared of dogs, honestly. But yeah, I remember he would kick it sometimes. Oh man, like he was in pain or some shit. And, like I'm sure he wasn't like constantly. Well, actually, I'm not sure of anything really, but he wasn't constantly like hitting the dog. But like sometimes he'd like get mad or whatever the fuck. But if he made any noise with me, what the fuck's going on or whatever, and I can't tease the dog. Like I can't like, and then he bark at me and none of that. But he can do all this fucking shit, and he just mocked the dog, just whimpering back at it. And I'm just like, nah, just remember that. Okay. Hope you're okay, Lucky. But if you're dead, yikes. Anyway, jumping forward in time a bit. I really don't remember when this was. It must have been around school time. Mom was like, hey. I stopped seeing him for a while. I'm like, hey, and I come back get the clothes for school or whatever. And he was just so mad. And he was, bro. I don't know if they had arranged it before. He was like, what's the number for the police? And all this shit. And I just came over to get my fucking clothes. And he was like, you're not taking her away from me, blah, blah, blah. Because he had set up this thing where he was, like, getting money. Well, apparently it was for me, but he was using it. Like, and apparently it was, like, a secret thing. And he was like, hey, I just took out one of your checks. So I'm going to use it for, like, gas money and fucking cigarettes. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. And I brought it up to Mom, and she was like, oh, I ain't got that money. I'm like, oh, okay, good for you. It was like a secret bank account, whatever the fuck. Shady. But, yeah, I got my school stuff, and he was like, you're not taking it away from me. Yeah, I'm sure he just liked me around as a member to gamble, getting those fucking checks. And also, apparently, his girlfriend only cooked nice food when I was around, so, okay. And then I'm like, I asked Mom, because this shit wasn't adding up. I'm like, how did you meet him? Because I know she doesn't, I mean, it's not like she's a lesbian, but she doesn't like guys, and she doesn't really date people. And she was talking about that. And I'm like, how the hell did this happen? And she told me, one time she was in Lowe's, and he came up to her and saw her fucking name badge because she was like working for her brother's company, Uncle Larry. No, not Uncle Larry, Uncle Brian's company. And he like asked her about it, and next thing you know, he was like, "Hey, let's stay at a hotel for traffic to die down." And she was like, "Okay," and yeah, that happened. Anyway. Oh, awesome. Did I mention he smokes? Yes, I have asthma now. Thanks. Thank you. Like, I haven't. Bro, it just does so much to you. Like, it hurts your eyes. It's hard to breathe. All this shit. Like, What? Charges aside, why would she fucking put me through that? And she always complains about the fucking smoke smell and just spray me with Febreze whenever she get me back. Why would you put me through that? Like, you tell him not to smoke around me. You really think he's gonna fucking listen? Why would you put me through that? What the fuck? Oh right, she doesn't care about me. Gotta realize that. Mm. But yeah, you just be like, close the door. Like that shit seeps through the bottom of the door. That's not do nothing. It doesn't do shit. And sometimes I imagine me going through all this and I have to fucking sleep and I'm just tossing and turning, and he still thinks I have this fucking sex addiction. He's like, no show. Shut the fuck up. What's going on? And he like came in like the next day and was like all that fucking noise, and I'm just like, I was just tossing and turning. And he's like, bed doesn't make that noise. And then he rocked the bed and saw that the bed made that noise, and he just didn't say anything. And just like, okay. But yeah, he would like constantly put me in danger. Like I said, drinking and driving, not even speeding, and also his girlfriend's brother I told you about. He was like in and out of jail apparently. Like, yeah, I would smell alcohol on him. Well, duh, like drinking and driving. Uh, so he drunk all the time, and apparently well, I don't know if he shot up the place, but he like shot at his mom's house over the fucking head, over their heads. Apparently, probably shouldn't take that too literally, but he was like in and out of jail, so that's cool. Also, he like ruined some like holidays for me, like Halloween. I was gonna dress up as May, but God forbid I wear the fucking wig to school, and it got returned, and I had to spend Halloween with his bitch ass. That was cool. And there was this thing called Fall Festival at my middle school, end of the year thing. Man, I really, really, really wanted to go. Like, as you can tell, I don't really have the average childhood, and I don't really get to do a lot of things that quote unquote normal people do. And spending time with my friends was like really important to me. My mom had already paid for it, but this fucking the key incident, we do not talk about it, is classified, but it occurred, and I had to stay with him. I don't know if that's what got me staying over there for 3 months. I don't know. I feel like that was earlier. I don't. I don't know. It's a blur. Um, and he would always yell at me for being left-handed, saying we think differently, whatever the fuck, and get mad at me for sweeping the wrong way, dumb shit, and this shit he would call me selfish and unhelpful, and that like really hurt, cause like I tried to try to be a good person. Okay, and that still bothers me. And he like, and he just in the room, and I had literally just washed the dishes. I feel like that's the only thing he apologized for, if he even apologized. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. But still, you should be like, what the fuck? I do help around. I do help out, and I sweep, and I cook breakfast for them, and I wash the dishes and all this shit. But okay, I'm just a selfish, unhelpful person. He also had this gun. He tried to like teach me how to shoot once, and I feel like your name is Eliza. I don't remember. Hi there. You told me that she probably shouldn't have one. Probably has it illegally. And I do vaguely remember I don't know, he's like my uncle? I don't know, this dude, he's related to me somehow. He was like walking in front of our house with a toy BB gun. Like a toy gun, but they thought it was a real gun. He got arrested. So, him having a real deal, I don't know, that's much better. Um, but, yeah. He also, bro, he just can't stop telling on himself. One time, he had this deer meat or whatever, and he was making burgers or whatever the fuck. And he told me about the time he, he was trying to get his daughter to try deer meat. And she was like, no, I really don't want any. I don't want any. And he had secretly given it to her, told her it was a fucking hamburger, but it was actually deer meat. And she started crying when he told her afterwards. And he was like, oh, don't worry, I wouldn't do that again. And then he fucking gives me this fucking hamburger, apparently hamburger, knowing damn well he's preparing deer meat. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm like, well, maybe he wouldn't tell me afterwards. But like an idiot, I bit into it, and but that shit was not hamburger. It was different. And it was, I took one bite, spit it out, put it in a fucking napkin, put it in my pocket. Cats had that shit. What he really meant, well, not exactly like the story I just told you. I won't tell you it's deer meat afterwards. I'll just have you think it's hamburger. You know. But yeah, I don't. I'm not necessarily becoming vegetarian, but like, I might not eat like red meat anymore, even though I just bought this ground beef that I need to eat up, and I'm probably gonna make meatloaf later. But I don't know, it's just different when you cook it yourself, because I have this food cart and I have like hundreds of dollars to spend strictly on food, so I've been getting stuff that I haven't really gotten. One thing I liked, they made hamburger helper there, and I thought that was nice. Like, hell, you think she only makes nice food when you're around? I didn't get to try any of this fucking shit here. And so I was like, I'll get hamburger helper, I kind of like it. And it was on sale, so I got 4 of them, and then I got ground beef. And first time mom helped me, it was pretty good. But then I prepared it myself, and it's just, and you just really think about it, that's a fucking dead animal. It's dead meat. Sorry if you're not vegetarian. It's making you rethink stuff. But like, or making you lose your appetite or something. But I'm just thinking about it, wow, this is fucking dead meat, and it just like stank, like it was rotting or some shit. But like not terrible, like it was bad or anything. But I'm just like, wow, this is dead meat, and probably shouldn't have put the sauce packet directly on the meat. Probably should have put the milk and stuff too. So it wasn't really as cheesy, and it's just dead fucking meat, kind of cheese, noodles. And yeah, it hit different when you cook it yourself. But I don't like waste food, so I'm gonna make some meatloaf, I guess. Anyway, also, I don't really like talking about this, but he has like 3 other kids that I know of. Who knows who else? I don't really consider him my family, his side or anything at all like that. My family, and honestly, I don't even really consider my mom's side my family. But stuck with him for now. Really, my true family is the cats and my boyfriend. If we ever get married, if it ever comes back. Hope he does. Well, for now, my true family is the cats. Yes. But, yeah. So if you ask me if I have siblings, no, I don't. I really... I don't. I don't. But, yeah. Anyway, I found this note I had before, freshly when the key incident happened. So I'm gonna read that, and then we're gonna be just about done. Sorry, these things are like 30 minutes long. So yeah, I'll try to read as fast as I can. I don't know. It's really long. Let me find it. Okay, so it's called "You Have to Keep This a Secret." I don't know who I wrote this for. Maybe it was Quinn. I don't know. But, yeah, he would always telling me, like, don't tell anybody about this. So, like, I was scared. Well, you know what, bitch? I'm telling people now. But actually, don't come for me, please. 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 Anyway, it's called "You Have to Keep This a Secret." And it says, Friday, dash. The car ride to the house was silent. When I got there, I noticed my computer was still there, so he mustn't have been too upset. Oh, this was right after my birthday. Y'all don't even fucking. I don't know if any of you were around for this, but I had this birthday special and I had some stuff recorded there, but it wouldn't export fast enough, so I was just borrowing. I know I shouldn't have taken the laptop, but I did. I just wanted to finish saving. Um, yeah. For you guys, man. I'm just trying to get the videos out there, whatever the cause. And yeah, he called the police on me. I'm like, bro, just fucking call my mom. I already talked about it. I'm gonna return it the next day. But no, he just called the police on me to teach me a lesson. He must love the fucking police with all these charges, man. I don't know if you should just be talking about the police all the time, but okay. Anyway, the car ride to the house was silent. When we got there, I noticed my laptop was still there, so he mustn't have been too upset. A little later on, he came in and had a long talk with me. He basically told me that he had to put on a show for Grandma and Mom, cussing me out, and that he had to stop me from going to the fall festival to please Grandma. If he didn't stop me, she, quote unquote, would have kept fucking with me until things got really out of control, end quote, he said. Another quote. He said, another quote, yeah, there's always two sides to your story, end quote, for real, for real. He said I might have been disrespectful, but I was pushed to be. And this really fucking messed with me. He acts like he understands me, but then he's doing the same fucking shit. Then he went on about how he was on my side and how he was, quote unquote, helping me. I was on his good side, basically. Saturday, his anger was directed towards his girlfriend. He thinks that she, the white neighbors, and some other black guys are conspiring together. He is adamant that she's cheating and all that, and we're being stalked. We had went to McDonald's, and as I walked back, quote unquote, no, parentheses, they forgot my strawberry milkshake. I heard a guy say to another guy, yeah, that one. Probably some fucking unrelated conversation. Why didn't even bring that up? Miss Yola came in too because they had mistaken the Big Mac for a quarter pounder. Damn you, McDonald's. I'm clicking all over the fucking place. Eventually, we got our correct orders and headed over to his dad's house. To his dad's house. I told him about the guys talking after he yelled at her the whole car ride about the whole conspiracy thing. We only stayed there a little while. I was in the room with the cat, and he was outside smoking. He told me about how she's got ties with those guys that were talking, and maybe, he's not sure, that the neighbors are involved with this one. After a little while, he left and, well, I'm a mess right now. We left and went home. I worked on an animation while they argued. He closed my door thinking that would block out the smoke. After a little bit, we went out to Golden Corral. It's like a buffet restaurant thingy. And then went to bed. Today. This morning he told me to write down what happened Monday night, and I did. When I was finished, he read it and brought a lockbox in where he'd keep it. He told me I was leaving stuff out, and how it wasn't what Grandma had told him, and how I made myself look bad because I only put what I did wrong. Parentheses, this paper was just in case if we needed it later, but I know that means he's trying to make them look like they can't raise me again, and then he's going to take custody, quote unquote. Oh, I'm not getting the stupid court involved again, he says, but I know better. And parentheses, he preached to me for a long time about how they weren't raising me right and how Mom doesn't care about me. Oh, well, damn. Yeah, I know now. And I'm going to get both of us kicked out. He was only worried about if child services took me as, quote unquote, things aren't too good around here, so you need to get your act together, end quote. He was on my side before, but now he was pissed off, quote unquote. I'm not talking any bad about them or your mother. Of course I wouldn't talk bad about her. She's my daughter's mother. That's a weird way of putting it. And he said how they shouldn't tease me, but I was in the wrong, and oh, he understands, but then back to it being all about me. He kept calling me sneaky and how I can't hide stuff from him. Quote unquote. Don't listen to her when she tells you not to talk to me. No, don't do that. And what really fucking pissed me off, no, what really fucking pissed me the fuck off is when he said, quote unquote, if she didn't want the responsibility of raising a child, then she shouldn't have had kids. End quote. But it was him that fucking raped her, and she had no fucking choice. Then he asked, she had no fucking choice. I don't want my mom to hear. Then he asked what I was worried about when he came back later on. I told him I didn't want him to believe any lies about me, and he assured me that even though he would not tell me all she said, right. He asked what I was worried about when he came back. I told him I didn't want him to believe any lies about. I literally never use grammar, and now I'm confused. And he assured me he didn't, even though he would not tell me everything she said. He then kept trying to hint that Uncle Larry raped me as a child, separate to the other incident I was talking about, and it's bothering me, and I should tell him the truth, and it's going to affect my relationships later on when I find a nice guy. Not really. But he never did rape me, so I'm not saying he did. I tried my best to brush him off as he talked about how they're mentally abusing me. And they might be, but not as much as he is. I went to a baby shower for a bunch of strangers that were kind of rude and looked at me. Bro, the other thing. No, don't get this as me being fucking racist, but it just makes me so uncomfortable when I'm... So he's black, and everybody he hangs out with pretty much is black. So whenever he takes me anywhere, everybody's black, and they just look at me. And he would also make comments about my skin. He would be like, you can never hide from me. You're a light bulb. You're so light. I can see you. And they were always talking about my skin. Like, is she your mother? Because, you know, your skin's kind of light. And I just fucking hate that. It makes me so uncomfortable. That makes me racist. Whatever. Racist against myself. Whatever the fuck. But it just makes me so uncomfortable when, like, you know, I'm around all these fucking black people, and all they can think about is just to talk about my fucking skin color. Like, jeez. And then over here, they're like, oh, your hair's messy, and you gotta straighten it, and blah, blah, blah. Even they were, like, saying my hair is messy. Like, I don't know. Anyway, they looked at me funny because of my skin. Quote unquote, oh, that's JC's daughter. I'm sorry, one said. They still wouldn't reply when I thanked them or anything, but that's okay. It was about time for me to be dropped off, so we were heading back to the house when we saw Mom. We went to the house and got my clothes and left. I went for the door too quickly, I guess, because he called me sneaky again. He talked about how I was going to summer camp, and any bit of relaxation I had was gone. I can't explain it, but the way he talks just puts me down. He was angry at me all down the road and even while I was in Mom's car. He made me apologize to Mom, which I didn't have a problem with. Then we were on our way. We saw him again at the light, and he acted all fucking friendly. Hey, who's that kid? Don't you know how to wave? I fake smiled and waved, and I didn't see him anymore. I cried thinking about how he said Mom didn't care about me. Yeah, she doesn't. And now I'm here crying. I mean, he was right about that at least. He wouldn't send me over there if she cared. But and to think that if I never knew how much of a liar he was, he would have already turned me against my family. I already tell you, Pastor App, but you ain't got anybody here. You ain't got anybody. I'm just fucking laughing at my past self. And you can take it, apparently. You're strong. Said one of my teachers that also teased me. Anyway, he's still trying to, though he talks in a way that makes himself look good and makes others feel like shit. I couldn't even tell Mom what was wrong because he told me to, quote-unquote, keep my fucking mouth shut. I apologized to Grandma, and she even said she accepted it. Okay. My mind is really messed up right now. I'm scared because I know he's plotting. I know what he's plotting, and I don't want to go away again. He'll paint me out as the out-of-control child, and he called Mom and Grandma dysfunctional, and he said they had it messed up growing up. He'll make himself look sane and that'll be it. I'm not completely sure why he wants me, but it can't be any good. That's my family, and I'm not being torn away from them like that. I have to escape him ASAP, somehow. I'm not sure what I can do right now, but I'll have to work it out soon. That's all I can think of right now. I'm sure I'll let you know if I remember it later. I really need to. I really need comfort right now because he's the one that's quote unquote fucking up my mind. Jeez, that's a lot. So, basically, right after that happened, my purest thoughts, if you will. Bro. Bro. It just never clicks. I'm just so naive or whatever the fuck. I really thought they fucking cared about me. Mom will do this thing, and I'll make a video on her later. Or she'll just be meeting me one moment and then be like, oh, I care about you. And like, it really hurt me the thought that she didn't fucking care about me, apparently. And now I'm just fucking realizing, wow, she really fucking doesn't. And like, he was kind of spinning that facts just for a second there. But that doesn't make him any right. Because he's doing the same fucking shit. But, yeah. I feel like I remember something, but I don't remember it. This video is getting long anyway. So, yeah, I do some other videos talking about my whole fucking family, because why the fuck not? Might record another one about my mom today. Yeah, it's just good to get this out, I guess. Deal with all that what you will. Don't trust hamburgers from criminals. Yeah, a lot of memories unlocked. And they will be relocked, and hopefully I can forget about him. And so, with that said, the video is concluded. Hope y'all are well, having a good day. See you in the next one that might be sooner than you think.